Warby Parker, a creative company that has taken the modern and the pricey business of prescription glasses to its value at end without sacrificing quality or style. Warby Parker was founded to create boutique quality, classical craft eyewear at a revolution price point. Initially, Warby Parker's go-to market was marketing and selling via the web. We are a company that wants to expand Warby Parker into Australia. We are trying to convince Warby Parker and investors that it's profitable expansion. Thus, strategy targeting urban, educated, trendy young adults seeking high quality at a reasonable price. Thus, it's no surprise the demand for glasses increases with age. The scale tips the other way with web-based Warby Parker. Considering experience and the comfort with online shopping, the lure of the affordability and the company lack of progressive lens offering, it is clear that Warby Parker is faced to young adults. Warby Parker sells their own line of prescription eyewear directly to the customer and primarily online, but they are building their physical presence with physical store in New York and Boston. The product is also available through showroom and traveling showrooms. For the promotion, it is available to choose 5 frames which are shipped to you and try on free. Once you pick up your favorite pair, detail which one, mail them all back with a prescription, which is a unique customer experience. The price for Warby Parker uses a uniform pricing strategy with $95 for all frames. Free shopping both ways gives customers a mind when making their eyeglasses selection online. However, there's no coupons or markdown because they want to maintain their luxury appeal. Since they sell their own line of glasses, they eliminate the licensing cost of offering designer brands. In the following video, focus on the success in US market, how Warby Parker can be integrated in Australian market. However, 3 theories are also covered. Blue Ocean strategy is about the positioning, SCA challenges faced in the interim market, and the perception of product by game theory.
Eyewear market value in the United States. In the United States, the market value of eyewear was worth $32.6 billion, which has been increasing every year. The major market players in the United States are Luxottica Group, account for 38.9%, National Vision Incorporated account for 8.2%, and Highmark Incorporated account for 8.1%. Luxottica Group is an Italian-based company that is vertically integrated with operation in design, manufacturing, and distribution of eyewear. The company operates in 150 countries and more than 7,200 retail locations. In the sunglasses retail business, Luxottica operates mainly through its Sunglasses Hunt, Oakley locations. They focus on mid to premium price eyewear. The company's leading house brand is Ray-Ban. National Vision Incorporated operates more than 900 retail locations and employs more than 9,000 workers in 44 states. The company mainly operates through its retail division, including America's Best Contact and Eyeglasses, Eyeglasses World, and Vision Center with inside Walmart store. Highmark Incorporated runs more than 700 optical retail stores in 42 states, owns Eyewear Center of America, Viva International, Davis Vision. According to the graph, from 2009 to 2012, there was slightly increase of eyewear sold online in United States. It is a forecast that the potential developing market for the online selling. Warby Parker created an innovation business model to compete with the traditional market player in eyewear industry, repositioning the business model, using strategy like Blue Ocean strategy, game theory, instead of putting bunch of resources on physical store. The company focused on the power of internet. They believe that buying power from internet is potentially large. Warby's growth has been phenomenal. It reached its first year sales goal 3 weeks after it launched in 2010. By the end of 2013, the company raised $60 million from investor Tiger Global Management. The company has raised $160 million in total by now.
SWOT analysis is a process that the company identifies the internal and external factors that will affect the company's future performance. It provides a simple and clean position that the company is in. Now we will talk about what is the Warby Parker SWOT. Now we talk about what is the strength and weakness. Strengths. First is Warby Parker cut the cost of the glasses for customer way down by getting rid of the designer middleman. Secondly, companies to handle a shifting customers' preferences better than its competitor. And then is 4-pound strategy: low price, style glasses, social responsibility, and customer survives. Lastly, Warby Parker's getting a people with the specific expertise. And the weakness is the Warby Parker doesn't own the manufacturing plants where its glasses are made. Now we talk about what is the opportunity and threat. This industry opportunity is sunglasses can sell online with a low price, and it is convenience. And the threat is sunglasses retail's forecast of the 2007 got much gloomier. Now we will talk about Warby Parker Blue Ocean Strategy. What is Blue Ocean Strategy? Blue Ocean Strategy is the organization should find ways to work in a marketplace that is free of competitor. And Warby Parker used the Blue Ocean Strategy in 2 ways. First is set up a direct e-commerce model. Warby Parker cutting out the middlemen and building a new brand, so customers do not have to pay license fee. That they can pay a low price to buy a sunglasses. The next one is home try-on program. That is customer can fee to charge to select to try on sunglasses before they commit to buy. The home try-on experience is a shared customer experience, inherently accessible to family, friends, and even workers.
Warby Parker would fit well into the Australian eyewear industry as there are small barriers of entry into this open market, and the Australian optical dispensing market is worth around $1.2 billion, with positive growth of spectacle sales growing 10% over the past 5 years, and industry revenue expecting to grow 0.8% annually over the 5 years through 2016 to 17. Similar to the US industry, there are 2 major competitors in this market who own 55% market share. The leader of the market is Luxottica, the largest sunglass manufacturer and retailer in the world, who own a 35% market share, and this is attributed due to their portfolio of ownership of OPSM and Sunglasses Hut, plus a variety of other designer sunglasses brands such as Ray-Ban, Oakley, Prada, Versace, and more. The other of the 2 is the British-owned optical group Specsavers, who own around 20% of the market share over the past 5 years. The continual demand and sales in the industry are driven primarily due to increasing prevalence of eye disorders, as over half of all Australians require corrective vision devices or procedures of some kind. There are 2 different types of vision impairment that are increasing in the Australian market. The first is in long-sightedness, which is attributed to Australia's rapidly growing ageing population, and the second is in short-sightedness due to the high levels of office work and East Asian migration. There are 3 favourable trends that favour Warby Parker's in entering the Australian market. The first is that consumers have shifted preferences to lower price spectacles, which have become more affordable in the retail channel. The second consumer preference in spectacles have shifted from an everyday item not only for eye impairments but to a stylish product and fashion statement that complements their overall image. The last is that although store-based purchasing is the leading market of eyewear in Australia, internet retailing is the fastest growing channel due to its lower prices and improved offerings, with growth from 1.7% in 2008 to 4.3% in 2013.
To obtain sustained competitive advantage, Warby Parker needs to implement a value-creating strategy not simultaneously being implemented by current or potential competitors, where other firms are unable to duplicate the benefits of this strategy. To achieve this, Barney says resources must satisfy 4 attributes: value, rarity, imperfect imitability, and a lack of substitutability. The 3 most valuable resources to Warby Parker are their glasses, point-of-sale system, and brand. Warby Parker designs glasses in-house and in consultation with customers. This is a valuable resource as human capital, such as the thought processes behind the final design, and physical capital, the glasses themselves, are unique to the organisation, allowing them to optimise efficiency in processes and effectiveness in satisfying customer style demand. While the designs created and released by Warby Parker are rare to the company, they are substitutable as similar designs can be exploited by potential competitors. These designs are imperfectly imitable to the degree that they are afforded intellectual property protection through registration. Overall, though, this resource would only offer Warby Parker temporary competitive advantage. Warby Parker's sales process is unique as the nature of the business means customer interactions are spread across a number of channels like email and web communications, billing, shipping and payment data, and in-store information. The company struggled to find a point of sale system which could accommodate their specific needs, so they endeavoured to create one themselves. The system's main focus of eliminating the gap between online and offline commerce is valuable as it would allow Warby Parker to operate more efficiently and accurately. It is rare as it does not exist in the market at present. It is arguable this resource is imperfectly imitable due to unique historical conditions. Warby Parker is able to develop the system because at this point in time, in this place, they operate a business which would work intimately with the system. With time, the opportunity to develop such a system may not exist as another firm is likely to have created a similar system. On this note, while the resource would be unique in the short term, in the long term, other firms could imitate the functionality of it, meaning it is substitutable. Therefore, if Warby Parker successfully develop and implement this point of sale system, they will benefit from temporary competitive advantage. Warby Parker's brand is one of their strongest resources. Their business is difficult to imitate because it's not a platform business, but rather built on a brand whose core is its authenticity. Warby Parker considers their brand to be a lifestyle brand, offering value and service with a social mission. Branding is not rare, but consumer perceptions of and interactions with a company are, which is why Warby Parker's brand is a rare and unique resource. While a lot of businesses have tried to replicate Warby Parker's business model, they've had little impact on Warby Parker's profitability. Their brand image is a key reason for their ongoing success and demonstrates that consumers value transparency and authenticity in business. The reason for this is socially complex. The end result of a firm's inputs is beyond any systematic degree of management. This could be for a number of reasons: interpersonal relationships between staff or the firm's reputation among suppliers. In addition, it is causally ambiguous as it lacks any clear reason for success relative to competitors, and is hard to copy as most of it is tacit knowledge. For these reasons, Warby Parker's brand has the capacity to be a source of sustained competitive advantage over time.
Game theory is an additional strategy that Warby Parker can employ when expanding to Australia. Game theory creates a way of beating out established brands that will be in direct competition to Warby in Australia. Warby Parker needs to focus on achieving competition within the Australian market. In other words, they need to develop win-win opportunities. Warby Parker needs to focus on the added value that they bring to the game, as well as the tactics that they can employ within the scope of the game. Warby Parker's added value to the game is the charitable contributions of glasses to third world countries such as India. Glasses act as a significant poverty alleviating tool that allows for people to see, read, learn and work. Currently, Warby employs the strategy for every pair of glasses purchased, one pair of glasses is donated to people who need it most. No other competitor in the Australian market has this kind of extensive charitable scheme. Through research, it is estimated that 14.9 million Australian adults gave $12.5 billion to charities and not-for-profit organisations in 2015-2016. The average donation was $764 and the median donation was $200. Australia has one of the highest donations per capita in the world. Evidence of these donations is seen in the table provided. This scheme allows for Warby to create a competition with non-for-profit or charitable organisations. A level of synergy will be created between Warby Parker and their charities. Furthermore, this synergy is established as mutually beneficial relationships exist. Warby will be able to create incentive for the Australian population through contributions that they can make to third world countries through the simple purchase of a pair of glasses. No other seller of glasses in Australia has a similar type of strategy. With Australia as one of the highest donations per capita in the world, this strategy will pull charitable customers into Warby's customer base. This ultimately acts as a competitive advantage as customers will shift from competitors to purchase Warby Parker glasses. This charitable aspect of Warby Parker allows them to defeat current players within the domestic game.
Warby Parker's growth in the States has been phenomenal. The firm has experienced unprecedented success. The Australian market is extremely similar to that in the States in terms of its structure, barriers to entry, and consumer preferences. This makes it a great fit for Warby Parker's operations. This business model benefits from a number of valuable and unique resources. Resources like Warby Parker's glasses and point-of-sale system would offer the firm temporary competitive advantage in the Australian market. Warby Parker's brand has the capacity to afford them sustained competitive advantage. Game theory is one strategy Warby Parker could implement when entering the market. The firm's charitable contributions add value to the game and are one key factor which would help them draw customers from competitors. Our understanding of Warby Parker's business model and knowledge of the Australian eyewear industry makes us a great fit for the company. We have the capacity and desire to help Warby Parker achieve great things in Australia. By partnering with us, Warby Parker can successfully enter the Australian market and reap ever-increasing industry profits.